Known hamburger chain is on a campaign to stop human trafficking.
The I-Team has been following the sex trafficking problems right here in North Texas for years now. Our investigator, Ginger Allen, joins us now from In-N-Out in Dallas to explain the unusual connection between the two. Ginger?
Ken, it's just not a place you would expect to hear people talking about human trafficking. But that's exactly what's going on back here behind me at this restaurant off Interstate 75 in Dallas. It is Human Trafficking Awareness Month, the last day of it today. And all month, the burger chain has been on a campaign to raise money and raise awareness for this cause. I'll tell you more about how the campaign here is working in just a few minutes. But first, I think it's important we give you the why. And the best way to do that is by introducing you to a survivor. And I want to warn you, some of the details about what you are about to hear may be disturbing, but they are important to know. Born in Korea in 1975, Chong Kim's father brought her to the U.S. In the 80s, she went to school in Oklahoma.
30 years ago, the gas station was over here.
But in 1994, Kim moved to an apartment in Dallas.
An apartment complex was over here.
But this is all changed now?
Yeah.
She says it was here a boyfriend she'd only known for weeks picked her up with some big promises.
I said he wants to take me to Florida. It was very exciting because I call it the Cinderella syndrome. Finally, I get to meet my Prince Charming. He gets to rescue me and take me away. He looked like one of those soap opera guys. He had beautiful blue eyes. He had dimples. He was really tall, and I had no self-esteem.
So he was your knight in shining armor?
Yes. We jumped on the highway. All I thought about was a picket fence, a house, 2 kids.
But instead of Florida, Kim says they ended up in Nevada, where her American dream became a nightmare. Her boyfriend, a trafficker, and that perfect house.
Take it from me, this world is a harsh place.
A warehouse that looked like that.
Yes.
Kim says this 2012 award-winning short film was inspired by her story.
It was old and it was abandoned. So each unit had different girls.
How did authorities not know about this?
Because we were on a Native American land.
How old are you? 19. Do they know you're that old?
They would take us to different states, and then they would bring us back to Nevada.
Does this bother you to be back down here? At 19, Kim says she was even brought back to Texas, to downtown Dallas.
It always makes me wonder, what else is going on? The man that I went to see in downtown saw me as a 13-year-old Japanese girl. I was not known as Chong Kim. I was not known as this 18, 19-year-old girl. I was known as Suki, as a 13-year-old Japanese girl. And he spoke broken English to me. It was a luxury type of hotel. And I remember seeing 3 different clients in the same hotel.
After nearly 2 years, Kim says she gained her trafficker's trust, ranked up as a madam, and from a Las Vegas hotel, found a way to escape. A major risk for one reason. You eventually got pregnant, and that's why you escaped.
Yes, by my trafficker. And I'm angry. They robbed me from my life that I can never get back. Everything in my life has changed.
But do you also look at this as now this is the path to an opportunity for you?
Absolutely.
Today, Kim is an advocate, an author, and a filmmaker. Last year, she created her own award-winning short film about human trafficking, E40S. And earlier this month, we met up with her crew, now working on a longer format of that film.
You're going to ask her, do you remember how we met? And then she'll say, recollect my memory. Quiet on the set, and action. My goal is to become a full-time filmmaker. I want to utilize film and media in a positive way to bring out more voices. And I also want to bring on more survivors to also teach them how to share their story in the media format.
Looking back, do you feel like what happened right here changed your entire life?
Yes, absolutely. If I had one friend that says, Chong, this is going too fast, even if I wanted to be defiant, I would have at least thought about it. I would have at least rethink, like, you know what? It does sound a little too fast.
So you would tell your 19-year-old self, don't get in that car.
Yes. I wanted people to be aware. I didn't want another girl to go through what I went through.
So Kim's story is obviously from the 90s, but if you think this is not happening today, I want you to take a look at this. The National Human Trafficking Hotline states there were more than 1,700 human trafficking victims in Texas. That's in 2021 alone. We have put a lot more information about trafficking along with Chong Kim's story and her film on our website. You need to look under the tab on the main page, Trafficking Prevention Month. And back out here live, I said I would go back to the campaign at In-N-Out. This is the lap mats, or the placemats they've been handing out all month long. You see Slave to Nothing, the name of the foundation right here. Right now, for just a few more hours here in January, they will match your gift 3-to-1. Up to $300,000, but you can see you can donate to this cause year-round. I actually talked to a spokesperson for In-N-Out earlier today, and she told me in 2023, because of this, In-N-Out was able to send $2.5 million in grants to more than 100 organizations in the 8 states that In-N-Out operates in.
You know, Ginger, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't even really aware about the whole human trafficking issue until Dallas-Fort Worth was getting ready to host the Super Bowl. We started hearing a lot about this kind of thing, and I remember being so surprised that this happened. But I know that you've heard, or people ask you all the time, does this really happen here in our neighborhoods? Because it is so hard to hear and accept as fact.
And hard to believe until you get into the facts, Karen. So you know what I did today? I went through our network, CBS, over the last 24 hours news cycle. If you're asking if this is happening, I want you to listen to this. CBS Los Angeles, here's the headline. More than 500 arrested during a human trafficking operation. In this article, more than 40 of those are suspected sex traffickers. This is a headline from CBS Miami. 17-year-old human trafficking victim rescued, man arrested. That was just yesterday. And also CBS New York, 7 suspected brothels in Queens shut down. And then to bring it home here to Texas again just yesterday, all within the last 24 hours. This is the Department of Justice press release. Texas man pleads guilty in sex trafficking conspiracy. All within the last 24 hours. If you're asking if this is happening, this is the proof.
It's eye-opening. Wow.
So disturbing. All right.